It's been a while since I uploaded anything Assassin's Creed related, so I figured when I bought the season pass and I got access to all this new DLC that's been out for a couple months now, I wanted to give it a test run and see what Ubisoft came out with. And the segment that I think is one of my favorites is that you get to battle. I'm pretty sure I think it's 3 different pharaohs, maybe 4. In this video, I'm going to show you how to easily defeat Nefertiti. I would say I think I've already battled, I would say 2 of them. She, out of the 2 that I fought after ranking up, she was the easiest to beat, only because the certain dodging techniques that I use against her really wouldn't work against another pharaoh that you can battle in this, and they are all undead. So I will tell you right now, any of the fire bombs that you want to use will not work. I don't even think fire arrows work. Fire just in general does not work with these assholes. I found that out the hard way multiple times. I thought I was just complete ass. It just turns out that they just don't work. If they do work, I am failing to see the technique, but in the video I'll show you the proper way to dodge. Her attacks are pretty easy to see because she does glow up with her 2 blades and she charges at you. So like I said, it is relatively easy to see it, but if you don't time the dodge correctly in an appropriate manner, you will be caught up in her and she will slice you to shit. So with that being said, I hope you guys enjoy this video, and I'm actually going to make this into a series, so hope you guys enjoy. See ya. Welcome, guys. So, for those who aren't familiar, Assassin's Creed has a schematic that you're seeing on the screen right now. I have most of these already bought because I have beat the main campaign, and like I mentioned in the first couple minutes of this video, this is DLC. First thing you do want to start off with, though, is purchase the Overpower combo, mainly because once you stick your blade, whether it be a sickle sword or Hefet's sword, like I have, or the fire sword, because I usually cannot pronounce the dude's fucking name. You want to then utilize that moment because it will, in a way, stun them. It doesn't even matter who it may be because it will stun them regardless. And I would recommend using R2 just because R2 is the heavy attack, R1 is the light attack. Now, I would say maybe it depends on the weapon. I don't use all the weapons in this game. I primarily will stick with the sword because, well, I mean, it's on fire, so that's kind of a win-win for me. Using arrows like I am currently right now, the quick shot one, as I like to call it, they do work. It's just now looking back, I couldn't even really tell if she was blocking them all. I think I was, because you can carry 2 different bows. The bow that I had, the secondary one that you'll see in a little bit here, it's a predator bow, and you can glide the arrow, but obviously with this close quarters type of thing, it's not going to work. With that being said, would I recommend using a second bow against her, or really any of the pharaohs? Probably not, because I don't know what will happen with the other pharaohs, especially if you run out of ammo. If you try and use the predator bow, she blocks them. I don't know about the other ones, like I said. So if until I release a video and tutorial on those and the easiest way to kill them, I would recommend just not using them, at least for her sake, if you do end up buying this DLC or you have. Another thing I will mention, you probably are seeing the number 52 in red, and I think the number increases the more I hit her, because I just started using this sword. I would recommend strongly, like even more than the fire sword, because I did mention that fire is kind of pointless, really, against the pharaohs. Although, saying that now, I think the fire that is the ability on my sword did seem to do a fair bit of damage. I really wasn't too sure. I wasn't looking at the hit multipliers or whatnot. But the bleeding effect on this sword, I I really wish I could remember the name of the sword, but I can't. I just know that it's a bleeding effect. There's not too many swords that will give you the bleeding effect like that. And basically what that is, you hit them, like I just hit her right there. I got this 664 points, but she's still bleeding from the effect. I don't know how many rotations that'll do with that, but for me it really worked well because I tried to use a sight sword or not sight sword, I'm sorry, a sickle sword and the fire sword along with the two bows, and it just, I came close. I got right to where the beginning of her name is, and then she just came up behind me and praying mantis the shit out of me with her swords. A great benefit is that you do actually get her blades, which I kind of figured after when I realized I was close to beating her, which I love, absolutely love. That's why I can't wait to make the rest of these videos and deal out and show you guys what other kind of blades you'll get. I don't show it in this video. Actually, I think I do show them. You'll see on the bottom to middle right the weapons themselves, but you'll only see the card. I was going to throw them in here, but I decided just to kind of render this through and make it when it was done because I was fairly excited because I already tried a couple hours beforehand the other day trying to beat this asshole, and she was a pain in the ass. But once I realized what weapons were smart to use and what ones weren't and how fire didn't work, obviously that worked. Another big tip I would recommend, you see all these vases around and whatnot and objects you may get stuck on. Do your very best, try not to get stuck because you will end up screwing yourself over 1,000 times every time that you do that. And that little attack that she does right there, when she charges up with her sickle swords, I believe that they are, when she charges up with them, you have to dodge that. If you don't, like I mentioned in the beginning of this video, if you don't dodge that perfectly, she will attack you and knock down your entire health bar. The only thing that I don't like about this game is that when you're fighting like a boss like this and it doesn't regen your health, if there's like a sliver of a segment in like maybe the second tier or third tier of your health bar, there's nothing there. You're not getting anything back, which going up against these tough ass pharaohs, regardless of rank, well, actually rank would play an important part, but even if you're remotely close to them and you don't have that health backing you up, you're fucked. You're fucked completely. And I love Ubisoft, don't get me wrong, great company, very great developers, but and for as lovable as this game is, the characters, everything else about this game, all the aspects, that's the one factor that I've always hated. Because even going up against the AIs in this game, or the AI in this game, it's ridiculous. Hope you guys did enjoy this though. I thoroughly enjoy this DLC. That's why I bought it with the season pass, and I just really can't wait to see how many more pharaohs I can end up killing and show you guys. I do believe that it shows up right here. And I will see you guys in the next one.